Jingiaid lynti Dr. Donkupar Roy shakalimpung sain perthei kalas dang house nam 6000 khandai spa prapupra kata kumbalai po ways nami a minchwa habaula job iki election na Shella constituency kumukirtong shimet habaudang don live house nam kerta Hynrei jingrung jong u shakalimpung sain perthei kamdei kabla shujaring khat benban kadei kabla plan bat perkhat bha House nam 6000 khandai spa prapunyo lami ka jingiakhih ka bajura ka jylla khamtam ha ki benta ka RiKhasi Jaintia Hills hapo ka jyalam ka RiKhasi Students Union ka ba ha ka te ka por layalam ya ka do ba bull and lingdo bam kwai hadwar blei kani ka jingiakhih ka long halor ki kamender upor usam ka reservation policy bar kiwe Hagaba kum kane ka jingiakhih kane ka seng ki samla puli kala hab ban yakandu bon si ni ki Nongmihkhmat ban krani ki issue jongki Hynrei shimla dan basngo thu ek jinge jongki Dana mar kane ka daw baga KSU kala sngo dan kam ban dan no la ki jongki Nongmihkhmat ban krani ki jingdawa jongki hayeng dor bar thawan
Hagatu snam prapunyo hagatu jingiakhih bha jong ka KSU ke kum ke isu ngi bangidon ki isu nam ta jong kari ba jai ben rio te ngidon kam ngi jong ki bri ga ban pensu hayang dor par ten mar ba ha ki por ki jong yakhi ki jong yam ni ha ban mari asku pe ki Nongmihkhmat bakin krani ai ki isu ga jai ben rio ki isu jong ki isu ki bang yang to por te ha pedeng ta ga jong perhat jong smu thu bangidon kam ni ki bri jong ki bri ban krani kita te i doktor don i di Uwei na pedeng kita ya ki ba ngi phai ka khmat si Jangan melawan khlad kidi unit hak tu keporing yang unit ngomong sorkar kan kidi unit sang tier sorkar Shella kidi gitu hi kita recommend kita ai kantin kita ngi dah sungkem lu dok sedang bau di beriau dan buram jah tak kepor ke jingnya kendua ngarung ya kendua hang la itu i hak tak kepor i kai pos not college dia hadin bing lai kendua ni sung thu bau di dan buram oba ki beriau jong ketika than bro khot ki buram yu dia ketika ka penong yang bangin phai khmat si kum Nongmihkhmat kum Uwei uban mi lam na kam ta jong yum samla pudia uban keren ai ya ki isu jong jai ben rio
bang kata ka jiga jiga himo hadi bai Dr. Donkupar Roy kongo na bele ka si gadon matani ba ko ba pialikan bahasa dia beson gadon
ho ha ta report te nimlek ka kristen jong ki isu ka don pat ka wi ka seng bang inform to ko te nyami komunong kam jong ki isu te di mangi ti ki ba khot ye bai ni khmat Bainjang mau kertong banyakคนketika election atau kepor mengingi kibana khmat kibah banya sharum chaneng ban keren ina kam tajung iken namar ba idang long ubat mai tak por ho kathan ka ba ithui kinyo buram hi Hynrei long ha ka Shella constituency hi baro wete baroh ki ithui iken dan reyangi pa to por ta baroh ki thulun jadi mengingi ba mi chaprang kiban yang ban keren em tajung iken
kamu nak tak aja tunjuk feeling ni apa orang bah tidak kodon kodi perlu bandung do habis bat bandung mana habis bagi isu juga jadi mau
ini tang ma iba uhan ni bajop yang tak kepor
ngut ikatnya
ngam dak kan mau bha hadu kan ngut kan ngam dak kan mau bha su kan tengah sung badi lai ngut ngasung badi nyong ngut nei pun ta kan naman dal job tang ma itu ni lah kan mau bagi kan
kamdei ka jing kwa la di jung Dr. Don Hynrei ka di ka jing le chao jung ina ka seng jung naka kan hun jung ki samla puli ka por ke SU hapo ka jalam jung i ba bul en lendo ko mu presiden jung ke SU tu por hagitu ki por ke SU ka khlain bhang ne po chilong te ngi hakabede bat ngi segithanya Shella chathiru ngi khlain bhag unit jung ke SU namar kale jirang khat bagi ka por u secretary jung ka KSU Central Body de nong Shella ba kondrok sanla te ngidon ke jingia jan borobor gitu ki por ka trikam trejam ke jungi bar habang yo i gi issue jong ke KSU ko por ki long ki ba idon kam bat ki ba songnia te nakaliang jonga nak thina po maulong ro da ke jinga ko alem jong ki samla puli ro por ngia form unit ken ni ai kerteng ka maulong primary unit jong ke KSU di tang maulong hanung war ro gadon nang ta hapo sobar ro gadon hapo Shella ro gadon te lengba gini ki unit jongka KSU ni ya try kampang ni ju ya kan duru ha bat kala jerang khat ba hakatu ka por u advisor jongka KSU central body Uwei ni advisor dengan baklau de kun jalekal advisor udei ba medhi warjri udei na polai kan sau matrai ki yatip bahai kata ka story mo te khlempoi perkhat pada hidu ki por hadin ba kijing diman kijong ka KSU kim poi resa ka thong te kadon kijing perkhat na ka KSU ba la kumnu kan donno ka kanja political wing khnang ba da kadon ka political wing ba dangi yo Nongmihkhmat hang naka la aban sim jigit khli ke ni katu kan ligi issue badon kam jongka KSU di hakatu ka por la form ya ka ARMS Government Alliance for Reconstruction of Meghalaya State but hakapor ba form ya ke ARMS kaladon rupa jingya terwa kandidat naki babuon ki konsulsi kumbalong sini sia mau khar ka por dengan bakla una mau khar nan tena po mau nan tena po nong spung ngai mate yang doktor blar do por blasing nang ta ngidon giwe ki biayang ka por te kabangi long konsen mangi ka por kalong ya ka konsulsi la jong te kham tam lei habang la don lo jong u lekal advisor jong parti ka por bade ba medhi na polai kan sau jai warjri mo ba medhi warjri te kala don be na kaliang jong ba medhi ka por wila kwa be ban jeng naga arms lengbaga jingkershan jongi ka KSU Hynrei ka don pat ka jing sngo khonyo nei katu ka netli ki primary unit ban kershan ei ba warjri te namar kami ka jing ai jing mut ka ba dai ba medhi in jeng tamut kan in poi ka thong te ngila perkhat ba ubri uban kham yamon lang hi ha ka por ba khamlong popular hi dei doktor dan ba ka por ngai mat idang sipendap ya ka PhD ke jong iru ha ka economics te I la hi ka yang thi po sinot college te nakaliang ke jongi hadin bangi ya tai sani bha ngila poi be ka thong ngila poi be da ka ju ke jing mun la sim da ka ju ka rai da ka ju ke jing mut ban sime doktor dan kumu kandidat jongi tinggal alai ban ya khro ban ya khod ya iken hak nyngkong hi imda priang than re ta mo iong ma phi ki KSU hadu kan no phila ban ya train apa ka jonga kan dan re hadin bangilia keren bha isa priang kan iong tang ba I penkular ngi bangi de ban tre sistem na ka jong I bad I keren sai ru yang I ba imdon pisa namari ba pli da sudep gi jing pule ida su tre kam dengan semjing kan kalian ka pisa pilan dan ring la asim ke jingit khli ba ngim jadon kam bene penut ka pisa sibun ba ngidale si syar umta nya telun bai de kamet kat ka bangila eng nya telun syar kamet khamtam ke tuki area ke badai bai ha rut surok yegi be jangai na surok ngim da sim jingit khli than na markan kta sibun ya por election bangin poi situ jaga rumo te Hynrei kat bangila eng I persang ban lum ban lang yang di parasam lagi badan gitu ki jaka wal lagi kham jangai na surok khandero te hadin ba ngiliarai daka kenhuon ka jongi jong gitu ki KSU badan haka konsumsi ki jongi hiro hoy ban penyeng I doktor don bat hadin ba doktor don ruila manjur ban yang tengila asim sisa ki jingkit khli te kala jerang khat ba khamtam na shnong jongi le na maulong ka to por udon weu kandidat yang don hadu mentaru iba etnel ding do itur yang kata por na ke HS PDP te khamtam mo bakam bangim juduan kandidat na po ka hima maulong jongi habodon ubri la jong le tinggal ada bene kersan bahaganya te Hynrei ngin le akum no pat ngile kular ba ngile kut ngen kersan ka am ka poring ba don gupto tenga ong gitu ki yo kandidat jong ka HS PDP to por ngom ba tengan le akum no bang le kut ngile kular te ban kelai katar ka long bi no ka nyala mo tiki ong tom le tinggal persang hi kan banya le agum ta Tena kalian ke jongi la kersan borba cai badan bat kumbang la ong ye phi kam de gamon ke jong i Hynrei de mangi ki blei khro ki blei khot ki blei chao ye i ila kular ban mi syahmat bat ngilia tre sitom si sha do yap do im bat ha ke tre sitom jongi ngila la ban job ban wan rai ka thong jong jing job bat ha to ka por ngai mat ka thong jing job ngi yo tang khde ka but kan de ka bun ngai mat itam tang ki south spy ai
ta jing kan mau jong ki long ba ta kumbu thu ban ayun ni Profesor Dr. Donkupar Roy ide profesor de lahi kai po Senat College su senam Uwei ta di nang tu ni sem jingiaid na kalian ka KSU pan hang abat ko post KSU sport secretary ta acting finance ng abat je kidon ki jing kulma ki jing siat jing lai senam Uwei ting sem sistem ba ki Nongmihkhmat jong ki duna ting ni karpa Dr. Donkupar ba in room no kam politics ba yo ban yarap yo gari ba jai ban riu ban yada ban ni yo ban kran po assembly kran po ki parliament ni tai
te han ro par phia phoi kan ma ni khat e dok
ji ngi lap bo briu long bo bo biang ta din iru kram karna kam dei di mencuri yang tu urung politics di job imarian election hi la job mai la sngi ban move kon ban tri kam
Nadu Shihajar Khandai Spa Prapupra, Dr. Donkupar, Ula Jobiki election na Shella constituency, Hadu Nyosian Linter, Klemsha Rem. Hakini ki Laipois Nambula Long Kumu Nongmihkhmat, Ula Bad Ekakam Mentri Khanak Sorkar, Kumu Mentri Bapura, Kumu Mentri Rangba Banrap, Kumu Mentri Rangba, Kumu Chairman ka State Planning Board. Barkhadu kumu lampang jong ka ying dor bar thau an ka jylla hadu ha ka khilm mat bo khlad no na kani ka perthei ha ka arbu pratre unai lor arajar kharkhandai ka jingiaid lynti san perthei jong president ka UDP kala kutno hadin bula yo ek jing shitom bar khlad no ka hospital hanong ba Delhi lawan kit ikamet jong uha ka nyngkong menta ka te yo ha Guwahati airport ban nang te lawan kit chi Shillong ban bu ha ka yeng jong u hajan ka school Pine Mount
I am very, very deeply saddened to hear of the untimely and unexpected death of Donkupar Roy, who was not only the present speaker, but earlier he had been the chief minister. He was also the president of his party. So with all these things, the state of Meghalaya is that much poorer. And he was only 64. 64 is no age to die. I have met him only once before in Calcutta. He came over. We were both residing at the Meghalaya house in Kasbah. He came over by himself and we had a long chat. Even at that time he was looking very sickly. So I asked him how he was. He said, I'm all right. He seemed quite cheerful. But after that, yesterday when I landed at Guwahati airport, I'd come back from Kolkata, I had a very rude shock. I let out my feelings on Twitter, and today I am here to pay my last respects. God rest his soul in peace. That is all that I can wish. And I have conveyed my deepest condolences to his family. Thank you.
We are very sad with the the demise of our leader, Dr. Donkupar Roy, and he was a father figure to us. He was a mentor to us, and to the state it's been a big loss, but even to me personally, at a personal level, I was very, very close to him, and whenever in fact there were situations or different things to discuss about the interests of the state, I would always confide in him and discuss with him. So I think as a person, I've known him to be a person who's truly committed to the people, to the state. In terms of the values that he had, were incomparable, I should say. And he really believed in true values of leadership, like commitment to the people, the trust factor, and so many other qualities that he had, which really made him a true leader, I should say. And I think we will all miss him. And as I said, it's a huge vacuum in one way. He was one of the senior most leaders in the assembly, and being the Speaker of the House, had a very, very important role to play. Being the president of one of the bigger constituencies of the MDA, also he had a very, very important role to play. He had been associated with my late father, and they were very close always, and I always saw a lot of similarity between both of them, and it was more of a generation that really was different in their political ways of doing things. And I think, as I said, I used to see a lot of my father's qualities in him, and as I said again, he was like a father figure to me. So it's a great loss for the state, and at a personal level also a great loss for me. And this time in grief, I pray for the family members especially. I know it's a big loss, and I know how it feels to lose a loved one, especially your father. And I pray for the family members so that they may get the strength to bear this great loss. And I pray to Almighty God that his soul may rest in eternal peace.
A leader who has been able to keep his leaders blue and who has been instrumental in various aspects of governance over the years. Started his innings in 1988, continued without any break. And you have seen in the past also, we had the privilege of being in the same government with him as a party leader, and how the ramification in the political spectrum ultimately would be with the passing away of a leader of his stature could be understood, and therefore the void, the vacuum, it's going to have a serious vacuum. One thing I think which all of you might have witnessed is that the simplicity and at the same time the accessibility for all the people from all walks of life, including his political colleagues from the whole political spectrum, irrespective of political parties. That is one part. And again, when we talk about associating together and moving collectively in responding to the call of the duty to take care of the state's affairs of governance, a man who can be trusted, who can be dependable. So that is something which is unique and exclusive in as far as Dr. Roy is concerned. See, I'm personally, again, since 1993 I stepped in, and he was ahead by one term in 1988, and without break we have been together. 1998 we were part of the government together with leading the government. Then again 2003 onwards till 2008 we were in the same government. Again in 2009-10, then 2010 to 13 together, dealing with the issues, confronting the state, and the manner in which we could rely upon and depend upon him is something which has definitely contributed to a great extent for the overall progress and prosperity of the state, and to ensure that kind of environment, that conducive environment that you need once you are vested with the responsibility of affairs of governance. Dependability and confidence with which you could trust and move ahead. That's the unique quality that I have seen from him as a colleague when we work together.
RiKhasi ga babot la penkit no sha sora ha ga yeng jong u ha mau pun kertiang sai sok pen. Letep no yu ha kasngi balang ha kabar ki hajar ngur ki paj ba kilawan on tap dan buram yu war ha preng ka jingjur uslap sora. Hashwa ban ra ka met chaka madan ban le buram da ka sorkar la pilong ka jylla ha yeng ha ka baw ba titas khan MDC ka sora ula priya ka jylang bala yo ka jingkran no ba tenwel da khar MDC sora ba chief executive member ka KHDC. Nang tala yo ru ek jingkran no ba met Balang do working president ke UDP ba Sengbhalang phankon upara khaddo jong Dr. Donkupar baru biji moment nongelam ke UDP na Garo Hills.
Kedingdo kajongi ye Dr. Don kamle tanya phi ye Hynrei kalau ni konsulsi baroh kalau ru ye ka party ke jongi ha ka bala ye kun suat ni ba long ru ke tu ye ka state baroh ila long way nagere urang ba ubadon ye ka nongrem ka principal ka baum ju tham ke kot ye ka Don museum jo ke dia Asia, museum jo ke din Preston, bagi museum jo ke din bat dia ke kula, orang khlad, ano. Gaya ada ke pon, bagayo, bagayen kumuai mana bang museum, day jingiaid, itu apa? Idun jat ibai ham yang ini lepas ilalau besar idun jat ibai bahar lalu kenal jadi kintin kibiyong the era of betrayal has gone nama terkadang pejok jong jadi setelah kalau dah, udah beri mana? Bangi tu kinong yang kiran dan mentah, ngidei yang kawan bodin, ubah kemudian mengira, ubah tahun kedua siapa?
Ilasaji tu presiden yang berparti, labun bunsin, walau kejing sisa, kalau kejing kuang aja berkata ane berparti men. Pada penkelanap kemunung yang juga parti Hynrei kasur jong babun Balang mo kalau giong aga demokrasi ni hape kasur jong babun Balang jong pai ba bad babun ni pai ba sudah no kaman saya badan saya doktor dan bandong presiden jong parti kadhalu ani kalimat udei ubriu ngarapan berpau lagi bandla lagi uba ramba ada jingmur ke jing berkat ubas hem galong beriu kaman beriu ubas par ubas ludu ubas yang ham bat ubom siat kama ila kular khmat jongi hakani katem kaman ta yong ngajok kumbai lajok yong ba ngifme lenti bangin yo no ka disde harga hai dia ngani ngabu khmat jongi bai ba ngabu khmat jongi minister sun norong khmat jongi chief minister ai bagani ke jing mut ke jing perhan jung iba kabela ai ajiran kabela promel capai ba kan comes through.
Harian kani la shimti wan pnya ye ke jingle anyam da Balang Presbyterian jayaw hapo ke jylla mo Reverend WC Kongwer. Nang ni la ra ekamet chamadan stadium hasora hagabala pulong ke jingle buram bakhadu da sorkar jylla. Hagane ke jingle buram la dalang menteri rangba ba kenhun menteri jong unongelam kalyang persha ki MLA ki MDC ki officer ki khinna school bar ki pajba babon. La yo ek jingkranu ba bindu emla nong na ke UDP ba redektan lengdo na ke MDA Dr. Mukul Sangma komunongelam kalyang persha bar kiwei kintup yo khun jong Dr. Donkupar Ubalajet kupar senrem.
A leader who put the people before everything else, put the state before everything else, and who always remember about the agonies of the people, the sufferings of the people, and his commitment to join politics in order to serve them. We have a number of similarities when we talk about the people and the area which we both represented. So I joined him in service of the people in 1993. He was ahead of me in his innings, and he got his innings started in 1988. I remember when in 1993 we joined him as a number of independent MLAs were elected then. In 1993-98, how we learned the pulls and pushes of politics in Meghalaya, and that particular period of time enabled us to condition in the whole complex world of politics. I had a long association with him. I had the privilege. I have known him from close angle. The area he represented is similar to the area that I represent. I represented till 2018, that is Ampati and Shella, both along the international border. Both suffered from disparities of developments, and therefore we share the same concern. We had the privilege of being in the government together for a very long time. And on a number of occasions, as a colleague and comrade in the government, he was there to balance and cautioned me, and in course of my privilege of working together with him, I have been enriched. I must tell you today that his sudden and unexpected demise is lost to everyone. But personally, for a colleague who had longer innings with him together than many of us who are present here today, you can well understand. We had a number of decisions that we took together, number of decisions which were required to be taken to address the concerns of the state, confronting the state. And when we had certain amount of confusion or lack of clarity in taking a decision, he would always caution, wait, decide later on. Though we were together in the government, we were a little different. I was more outspoken, and we all know that he used to be a man of few words. And that's where we always had the privilege of getting the support to balance when we tend to move fast. On a number of issues, we had exhaustive collective due diligence, and we came up with a number of solutions today. Number of solutions that we have been able to have on various contentious issues together have today positioned the state in much better position, and it's there for us to see. The whole turnaround in the overall progress and prosperity is because of the support and wise guidance that we receive from our friend, Dr. Donkupar Roy. From 1993 to 1998, when we were in the ruling, there was a peculiar situation, and the dynamics of politics then was very different. And having gone through that experience, he always used to caution me, Doctor, let us learn from our experience of these 5 years. And let us realign our approach. He was a leader who never wanted a vindictive politics, but he suffered from vindictive politics. He was a man who never wanted people to be sidelined because of political affiliations, but he always used to remind how he and his people suffer because of political affiliations, because of the kind of politics that existed in the state. And therefore I was always cautioned when I was privileged to be with him, and when he supported me in 2010. He always used to be a source of guidance for me. We all know that we have taken a number of initiatives in respect of mining, in respect of various issues, contentious issues. We did come across challenges when we wanted to decide on various legislative measures. A number of legislative measures which needed unanimity in the House was actually because of this great leader. I lost my father in March 2016. Today, I feel I lost my father again. Dr. Donkupar Roy was not only a leader, he was a father figure
each one of us. As a speaker, he ran the assembly in the best possible manner. He would always ensure that there was a balance in the assembly. He would give respect to the opposition, and he would always give the chance to the ruling to reply. As a party president, he always led his party with full commitment and always maintained the ideology of the party and never ever allowed anybody to change that. Never allowed anybody to drift away from it. That was the kind of principled man that he was. And under his leadership, we saw the UDP grow from strength to strength. And it was because of his commitment to the party, his belief, and the ideology that he had. As an MLA, his people always came first to him. He always loved his constituency people. I remember many occasions, even as a chief minister, he would call up his different colleagues and tell them that, can you give this development program for my constituency? Just simply reflects the kind of person he was. Not just the concern he had for his constituency, but also the humility that he had. That even as chief minister, he would call up his ministers and request them to not forget his constituency. And obviously as a chief minister, I worked under him as finance minister. And I think that 1 year that I spent with him were truly memorable. I learned everything about administration from him. There was nobody else to teach me at that point. He guided me in every step, and I saw the values that he had and how whenever there were tough decisions to make, he used to tell us, keep your objective clear. Know what you want to do, and your decision is made already. He had a very simple way of looking at things and a very, very firm way of making decisions. And as Mr. Wellington had just mentioned, that it was very early for him to leave. But in these years that he lived, he contributed to the state and to the people in every possible way that one can imagine, holding different positions in the government, from MLA to Deputy Chief Minister, to Chief Minister, to the Speaker of the House. He completed the circle. But apart from all the positions that he held, apart from all the qualities, for all the work that he did, I think above all, Dr. Dr. Donkupar Roy was a good human being. And I think we all will remember him as a good human being. You can imagine the kind of person he was. When he didn't even want his constituency people or his close loved ones to know what he was going through. He didn't allow his people to inform his constituency people and other leaders of the ailment that he was going through. He just kept it inside himself. He didn't want to know or let people know the pain that he was going through. That is the kind of person that he was. I had the privilege to work under him in many ways. I remember many things that he taught me, and I don't think I have the time to go through all of that. But I can tell you, maybe the biggest thing that he taught me in life and in politics: trust. He told me, Conrad, if a leader's word doesn't count, if the people or other leaders cannot trust a leader, then he is not fit to be a leader. Always remember that trust is the most important thing in politics. When you give your word, it must be solid. And he is a person who practiced what he preached.
In 31 years as an MLA, he has served the people of the state in various capacities. And some of his major contributions was the establishment of the USTM University, the establishment of the NIT, or the National Institute of Technology, here in Sora. And it was during his tenure as an MLA of the Shella constituency that the Water Bridge, situated in Sohnyngkong, was completed. And it served not only as a road connectivity, but as well as a major tourist attraction. As a speaker, he took it up as his goal to see the construction of the Legislative Assembly building at Mount India. And it was in his tenure that the construction has started. It may not be completed in his lifetime, but I'm sure that the speaker who takes forward this will continue to finish up the task which my father has started. Setting aside his political life, my father, he was an avid reader. He had a great passion in music and shared a great interest in the game of chess. But his 64 short but illustrious years came to an abrupt end with his untimely death due to his ill health. My father, Dr. Donkupar Roy, was a visionary, a dynamic leader with integrity, who dedicated his life selflessly for the service of the people of the state of Meghalaya. Last but not the least, he was a great son, a brother, a husband, a father, a grandfather, uncle, friend, and most importantly, a humble and down-to-earth leader of his people.
Lapunan Buramru, Daka 21 gun salute, Lanika Jingsiat Suloi Shasun, Daki Arpuengot Kipulet Kajala. Kajingiaid lynti bakadu jong Dr. Dan, Kalong haka shnong haka balakayu. Haka baladep dan buram haka jaka bala penkre kerpanghi daka yeng kesem hajatap. Haka baladan lang ki he sorkar berkipait ba ki babun, ki balawan na Shella, bar ki shnong ki bamarjan.